guys, this is Ryan, finance guy out of Peterson's, although for this question, for the record, I was also formerly fleet manager here too. Asking me to reference, or basically go over the difference between a 2,500 or 3/4 ton and 3,500 or 1 ton. It's actually a good call because there's a lot of the time confusion with that, especially because trucks have evolved quite a bit from what they used to be. First off, let's go over the difference in suspension. A 2,500 is going to have a softer suspension compared to a 3,500, which means it's going to be a little bit nicer to drive around town. When you hit little bumps, it's not going to bounce as hard, although it'll still bounce. The main difference is payload, which is not to be confused with towing. Now, towing does play into payload in terms of kingpin weight, the weight of the trailer, as it's sitting in the bed of the truck or on the bumper and placing that. But if you're looking to tow 16,000 pounds with a diesel engine, and you're not putting anything in the back of the truck, you just have a trailer, and then it's you and your spouse, and y'all are going to be either going camping or traveling around or anything, you're perfectly fine with the 3/4 ton. Save you a little bit of money, and actually it's going to be a little bit nicer ride. Now, if you're doing that same thing, you've got a bumper pull, and then you're going to be putting a 4-wheeler in the back of the truck as well, or sometimes you might even have 5 different people that are going along, and you've got a whole bunch of gear and things like that. That's all going into payload, and that's where, with the trailer hooked up, you may want a 1 ton. But even then, if you talk to a good salesperson that understands trucks, they can do the math. You might still not need that. So when it comes to diesel, 3/4 or 1 ton, if you're towing, whether it's a gooseneck, whether it's a 5th wheel, or whether it's a bumper pull, you're probably fine either way. And humbly but sincerely, I would go with the 3/4 ton. But you know what? If the 1 ton had the color and the options I wanted at that time because they're so close in price, maybe go with a 1 ton. But either one would work. Now, the gas engine, if you're going to go with gas, go with a 3/4 ton. And the main difference with that is your 3/4 ton with gas, if you're only going to be towing 13, 14, 12,000 pounds, your gas motor, a 6.4 Hemi, is plenty. You do not need a diesel. If you really, really want a diesel, you can, but there's a premium for that, and understand that it's not going to be necessary to be able to pull your trailer. The other thing to keep in mind is if you are going to use this truck as a daily commuter, a daily driver, you don't want to get a diesel if you're only towing 12,000 pounds, 13,000 pounds once every 2 months, but then you're going to drive it to work every day. One of the biggest issues we see with diesel engines is people use them to commute around town. If you don't get them hot, if you don't work them, if you don't engage that turbo, you are going to cause that engine problems. That's where a gas motor is much, much better. Not to mention, the maintenance can be higher on a diesel. If you're going to be towing a really big trailer, get yourself a dual rear wheel, 1 ton with a diesel. You could do it all day. Or if you've got a really big overhead camper, dual rear wheel, 1 ton. Otherwise, 1 ton or 3/4 ton, it doesn't matter. If you're going diesel, if you're towing really under about 17,000 pounds, and if you're towing under 15, a gas motor is going to be absolutely plenty, and the truck's going to ride a lot nicer. It's going to save you money, be lower maintenance as well. Hopefully this helps out a bit. Once again, this is Ryan out here at Peterson's. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.